Hello guys, my name is JoshAlexia and welcome to my YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, be sure to come over to my YouTube and subscribe. Turn on the notifications so you can get a message or a notification whenever I post a new video. But basically guys, I'm here today to raise awareness for mental health issues and tell you guys my story of my mental health issues and how I've dealt and what things I've coped with throughout my life. Basically I'm doing this just to raise awareness for mental health issues because I feel like there's not enough awareness around the actual issue itself, and also there's not enough funding in the NHS for mental health to find answers, to research and to find out more things about the illnesses that can destroy people's lives. But first of all, I just want to talk about what I'm experiencing. I currently have bipolar type 3, which I was diagnosed with about a week ago. I've been messed up for a couple of years now, and I've basically for the past year, about a year ago, I was given antidepressants. In November 2015, my father sadly passed away from a battle with cancer. It started off just bladder cancer, and then it spread all around his body, and he ended up passing away November 13th of 2015. And that was a big moment in my life that hit me like a ton of bricks, really, because my dad was my idol. It was everything I looked up to. It's hard just talking about it, but it's weird, whenever I mention my dad I just get teary. But yeah, and shit just went downhill from there, really. I started noticing I was getting irritated at things all the time, I was depressed all the time, and I was just generally in a really low mood all the time. It was an everyday struggle just to get out of bed. I couldn't even cope, like the little things, like even making myself a drink or doing myself something for lunch or tidying my room. The everyday things were such a challenge because I was drained. I was so fatigued from being depressed and feeling like shit all the time. My mind was always on overdrive. I was always overthinking situations, overthinking anything really, analysing anything to a full extent. The thing with mental health issues, and when you are depressed and you are feeling down, is what you don't understand is the way you're thinking at that moment isn't the actual person you are. I ended up making mistakes. I ended up ruining things that I had that were great due to this bipolar illness that I never even knew I had at the time. I have bipolar type 3, which is the same as something beginning with C. It's like cyclothymia. It's a type of bipolar. Basically it's the same, but the only difference between type 3 and cyclothymia, or whatever, I don't even know, symphlomia or something, the only difference between the two is literally just I believe that my bipolar disorder was induced by antidepressants. So I have this illness because of taking antidepressants. Antidepressants are really bad for people with bipolar type 3. I should have never been diagnosed with antidepressants in the first place. I never had depression, I was just depressed at the time. It was most probably a depressed episode that lasted longer than usual with my bipolar. So I was on antidepressants for about 8 months, and they just completely destroyed me. They basically made my brain a massive blur. The past few months I've just been in a massive fog. I haven't known what's going on. I've done weird things. I travelled to Dubai by myself, like on my own. Like that's crazy. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but I would have done that if I was bipolar. Things really started going downhill. Before, I am on medication now. I started my medication last week, but a couple of weeks before that were really bad. I was breaking down about once or twice a month leading up to a couple of weeks ago, and then I was breaking down 3-4 times a week, and then it was 2 or 3 times a day, and it was literally breaking down where I would be so low and feel so worthless and so shit in this world. I would literally just go into a corner of my bedroom, put a pillow in my face and sit there for hours on end crying. At night everyone would be asleep and I'd just be sat in the corner of my room crying. And it would happen every single night, and it was happening 2 or 3 times a day where I would uncontrollably cry and break down, and it's a struggle for the people around me as well, because I do things and I act differently, and it's all because of this illness. I get irritated and I'm aggressive, and it's all weird. I have this with bipolar, when you go through a manic stage and a manic episode, you can get really aggressive and really violent, and it's embarrassing to actually open up about it. And it's one of the things that a lot of bipolar sufferers don't open up about, is the aggression side of things. I will get irritated to the point where I will literally have thoughts through my head that are like real like bad. And it's nothing like, it's not me. This isn't the Josh I know. This is the Josh that has bipolar. This is the bipolar Josh who will get irritated at something really easily, flip at you, or moan at you, or be stressy, or when he's in a depressive episode, he'll be really down and low and just stay in bed all day. And then there's just a normal Josh who's happy, he's motivated, he's determined, he's influenced, he's just an outgoing character, loud spoken in the group, smiling, always the talkative one. If that's the Josh I am, I'm the caring, genuine, nice Josh that wants to go out and help everyone he can. You know, I walk down the road, if I see a lady crossing the road that's elderly and looks like she needs a hand, even if she didn't really need a hand, I'm always the one that would think to myself, well, go over and offer her a hand. That's the normal Josh I am, that's the normal me. The bipolar Josh is the ill Josh, the Josh that's got a problem up here. Like, it's not like I hate it, how people think of mental health issues and bipolar stuff is just crazy people when it's not. All it is just an imbalance of different things in your brain. Like, when you're depressed, it's just an imbalance of serotonin in the brain. Like, it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. You can't actually help it. But literally, it's such a struggle. Like, every single day, just waking up is a struggle. Anything like going to work, like it's just an everyday challenge. But now I've been put on the right medication. I've been put on the mood stabilizers for about a week now, and they're already starting to show positive results. So I'm not having breakdowns. I'm not going to try and kill myself anymore. I'm actually starting to smile and starting to feel normal again and feel like the old Josh. It's a shame really, because I've lost people and I've made mistakes in the past where I was, for example, disloyal to my ex-girlfriend, and you know, it's things happen and you do make mistakes in life, and but I genuinely believe I wouldn't have made that mistake if it wasn't for my bipolar. I was going through a horrible stage, and I've made mistakes that I can never forgive myself for throughout the bipolar, and that's the horrible thing about it, is because I look back on it, on things that I've done and the mistakes I've made while being basically fucking medically fucked. Like, I was basically being molested by my GP in the brain because the antidepressants, like, I wasn't all there. Like, the psychiatric I seen said that my brain must be a massive blur these past few weeks. It's just an everyday massive struggle really, but I've been put on the right medication. Hopefully things can get better from here onwards. It's just a shame it had to take this long. It's a shame I've had to mess up so many things in the process of recovery, but hopefully there are things that one day in the future I can potentially make up for, because the normal Josh wouldn't have done the things that the bipolar Josh done throughout the stage of being ill. I've tried killing myself 3 times in my lifetime, and it's literally a shame really, because when you go to kill yourself, you get to a stage where you're at an all-time low. You feel like no one wants to talk to you. You feel like no one cares about you. No one's there. I have hundreds of people that I can talk to, and I feel still now I feel like I can't talk to anyone. Talking to this camera right in front of me is a really challenging thing to do. But yeah, it's just like, it's weird just sitting down and talking to a camera about like different things and different issues that can go on throughout your life. But I'm basically doing this just to raise awareness, because mental health isn't something to just brush over a shoulder, something to just look aside from. Mental health is something that can change people's everyday life and make it a real hard struggle to live in everyday life. Bipolar level 3 has a really high rate in suicide, and I really hope that throughout my lifetime I never have to go down that road again. Because it's scary. It breaks you as a person, and it breaks the people around you. It destroys relationships, it destroys families, it destroys everything. It's a life-changing illness. It changes lives, and it's changed mine, and it's made me do things that I would have never done. But that is life, and I'm getting teary now, so I'm gonna stop the video. But I've been put on the right medication now. My head is straighter. I'm in a better place now, and I'm motivated, I'm determined to succeed, and I'll be doing daily vlogs. I'm hopefully going to bring you guys some entertainment. But think of it like this, guys, as a viewer's point of view. If you're watching my videos and you're planning on watching these videos in the future, well, I'm going to be daily vlogging and showing you guys what I'm going to be doing throughout my life. Every day, 9 PM, there's going to be a daily vlog that will be about 12 to 15 minutes long. showing you highlights of what I've done throughout the day. You know, I could be on holiday in Amsterdam, or I could just be having a standard day where I'm editing videos, playing a bit of FIFA and doing blah blah and just talking to the camera. But I'm going to be doing a video every day, 9 PM UK time, and it'll be on my YouTube, and it'll also be on Facebook, but the majority of the time it will just be on YouTube. All of the videos will be on YouTube, but only a few will be on Facebook, so if you don't want to see all my videos, then make sure you click on the link below and subscribe to me on YouTube. But other than that, guys, I basically just want to do this video to talk to you guys, because I'm new to YouTube and I'm new to this video filmmaking industry, and I feel like anyone that watches my videos and wants to see my daily vlogs needs to kind of know who I am and a bit about me. But that's my story of my mental health. Have you got a story? If you have, then maybe make this video. Do you know what though? But like, I hold everything into myself all the time. That's the worst thing to do, is keep things in your chest. Like I said in my vlog. However, the real challenge in life, in my opinion, is opening up. And for me to be able to sit here, and I'm the type of person, I won't talk to anyone. I'll literally hold it in until I burst. I won't talk to my mum, I won't talk to anyone. And weirdly enough, I'm actually comfortable sat here in front of my Canon 70D and just chatting to it. I don't know why, I don't even know if I'll end up uploading this. I really don't. But it's helped. So, like, literally, like, I'm just sat here, I feel like a massive weight's just came off my chest just from sat here talking to you guys. But yeah, that's my story of my mental health. Have you got a story? Will you have a story? Mental health's only been, you know, known about for the last 30, 40 years. Doesn't mean it was never there. Just means no one realised it. No one knew that it was known as there in the first place. But anyway, guys, I hope you've had a great day. I hope your days can be better than mine. I really do, because mine's been pretty shit. These past about a year, but from now onwards I'm going to have a happier, more motivated, determined mindset to succeed and do well, and hope any of you guys out there that are suffering with anything similar to what I am, or are suffering at all in any mental way, remember there's always someone out there that cares, and there's always someone out there that will listen to you, or someone that's going through the same thing as you. If any of you watching this video, any single person watching this video is going through any problems or any issues and want to talk to someone that's gone through it themselves, feel free to talk to me. I'm happy to talk to anyone and give advice however I can. Other than that, guys, I'm going to go, and I'll speak to you in the next video. See you later.